Look, you ready to do some arms and some abs workout with me today? We're going to do a 60-minute workout that's pretty much just for the upper body and for the core. If you're watching this as a replay, go ahead and fast forward to when we actually get started because I'm going to talk for about a minute and give people time to get on this live call and actually so that I start on time because I'm a little early. I'm going to be using a Tada rug behind me. This is a giant oversized yoga mat that also serves as an area rug. I use mine inside and outside, and it's my awesome home yoga studio. If you ever want to get one, I can give you a code for 10% off. Just use Phoebe at checkout as the discount code. They're awesome. Their grip quality is great, and it's a great company as well. You're going to want some water nearby for this workout. I suggest putting on a workout playlist to keep you pumped during this workout as well, so that you can have the music playing in the background. And of course, everything I do, feel free to modify it as you need to or step it up as you want to make it more or less challenging to suit your body. Who's ready to get swole? Yeah! They're totally going to use no equipment today. This is going to be all your own body weight and using gravity to help you get stronger, tone up, and then, perhaps even bulk up a little bit with your muscle. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start with just a quick warm up to get the joints limber before we start to really get active. So come into a seated position, whatever seated position is comfortable for you. You're going to start with just a few shoulder rolls, going either direction to start. Reverse that direction. Stop it and shrug shoulders up to ears, drop them down the back. Shrug up to the ears and really push them down the back. So you're actively lifting and actively dropping. Chest is broad the whole time. Bring your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders so your elbows point out to the side, and take giant circles with your elbows. You can start with small circles, but eventually get those elbows as wide as you can, maybe even touching them together in front of you, lifting them up, and maybe even reaching to touch them together behind you. That won't actually happen, but you can think that it's going to happen. Keep going. Big circles. Reverse direction. Sitting up tall, reaching up through the crown of the head, lifting to the roof of your mouth, grounding down through your sits bones. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Slow that down. Drop your right arm, reach your left arm up and over. Keep yourself in the side bend and take a few arm circles. We want to get those shoulder joints really limber before we get more into the strength building. Our shoulder joints are one of our most vulnerable joints in our body in the sense that we use it a lot and it's not a very stable joint. Reverse direction of those arm circles. Switch sides with the side bend. Big circles with the right arm. Switch direction. How you feeling today? You'll have to type in your answer because I can't hear you. All right, come back to center. Bring your hands on the tops of your thighs. We'll take a few cats and cows. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to round. Moving the spine as much as you can to help prepare for our core exercises. And come back to center. Take a few half circles with your head. Dropping the chin and rolling left ear to the left and then right ear to the right. If you like full circles, you're welcome to do those too. That doesn't feel good for everyone, so whatever you prefer. All right, take a few wrist circles. It's like you're scooping out shaving cream and smooshing it on someone's face. Scoop and smoosh, scoop and smoosh. Right, reach your arms high to the sky, big stretch. And drop your arms down. All right, we're gonna start by getting the forearms. So come into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Spread your fingers super wide. Press the fingers down, press the knuckles down. We're doing a few wrist push-ups. Hips above knees. Go ahead and press into your fingers. Lift up the heels of your hand. Exhale to drop back down. We'll just do a couple of those. You can move as slow or as fast as you'd like. If this is easy for you, then go ahead and walk the knees further back. You could even do this in a full plank. If this is challenging, I recommend doing one hand at a time. Slight bend in the elbows so they're not hyperextended. Got 5 more. And release. The next thing we're going to do for the wrist, you're going to make fists. And like you're pouring out a jug of water, you're going to pour the wrist forward and bring it back. But we're going to do that on the mat. You could stay in the air if that feels better for your wrist. Otherwise, you're going to come onto your fists, back in that tabletop position. We'll start with one at a time. So go ahead and pour one wrist forward and then back to your knuckles. Then pour the other forward, back to your knuckles. And keep alternating or do both at the same time. Again, you could do this in a plank pose, but that can be pretty intense. So protect your wrists. If that feels like too much, drop the knees back down. Good. Couple more. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. The next thing we're going to do is go from a flat palm up to fingertips. We're going to alternate those as well. Coming back into tabletop position, keep your right hand firmly planted. And with your left hand, go up onto your fingertip tops and then drop down to a flat palm. Switch sides. Other side and back down. And you'll feel this weight shift a little bit in your shoulders. So you want to really hug your shoulder blades back down towards the armpits and use the muscles around your shoulders to initiate this movement. If you feel comfortable with it, you can do both at the same time, going up and dropping down, really rolling through the palms to come to the fingers. Good. We'll take 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The last wrist thing we're going to do is going to be coming into a fist and then dropping our wrist outward to lay onto the back of our hands. So again, you can do this without any weight. Do it seated or come onto hands and knees with your hands and fists. We'll do one at a time to start. Drop your left wrist outward, coming onto the back of your hand, and your finger is going to point inside, inwards, and then return to the fist. Other side and up. And alternate or do both at the same time, or feel free to do this leaning against a wall or in a plank pose. Control these movements so you're not just collapsing in your wrist, you're actively resisting the lowering down and controlling the return to the fist. Good. We'll take 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to come back to those wrist workouts. In the meantime, we're going to get started on our shoulders. So bring your arms out to the sides. Arms are about shoulder distance height. Flex your hands so your fingers point back towards your head and the heels of your hands kick away from you. And then take tiny circles with those arms. How do your wrist feel from those first set of wrist workouts? We're going to do those wrist workouts 2 more times. So we got a set of 3 with those wrist exercises and with these shoulder workouts using gravity. And then we're going to get into some shoulder workouts using the own strength of our body weight. Keep circling. The arms are staying straight. Keep them lifted. It's amazing what gravity can do for us. It can really help us start to feel how challenging it is to hold our arms up in space. Good. Keep going. You're welcome to go slower. You're welcome to keep up the pace or maybe even speed it up just slightly, but keep the arms straight and find these shoulder movements from the shoulder blades. So you're not just randomly moving your arm around, you're actively moving the shoulders to move the arms. You're going to feel a lot more muscles engaged when you do that. And it's going to be a lot safer for your body as well, because now you're using these bigger muscles and not just the tiny arm muscles. We're still here. You should be feeling this in your shoulders. Oh, yeah. And if you're messaging me or commenting on this, I know your arms aren't up. They're down. They're texting. But I love messages, so send them anyway. Okay, circles 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your arms up. Reach into the sky. We're still here. You've got this. Keep your arms straight. Don't bend at the elbows. And just move your arms forward and back. Almost kind of like a swimming motion, or like a flailing in the water motion. We're just pushing forward and back, forward and back. Yeah, we just need some dance music. This is just a new dance move. Chest is lifted, shoulders are dropped down. And really create some space between your shoulders and your neck. So you're broadening your shoulders out to the side even as they lower. Good, push those arms forward. This is like the waka 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 dance. Get those arms going. Good, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those arms up. Get to a standing position, however you can. Maybe you need your arms. You're going to bring your arms behind you. That should feel good to bring them down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Now we're going to push the arms behind us and return to center. Push, center, push. Good. Squeeze the muscles of your upper back as you do this. Keep the arms straight and strong. And again, resist momentum. So you're going to push with strength and then resist the return, controlling the speed. Feel your upper muscles of the back drawing tighter to move the arms. So the back initiates the movement, the arms follow. Who doesn't love a nice toned upper back, right? Always so gorgeous. I mean, an untoned back is gorgeous too. All right, 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms back out to the sides. This time you're going to take the arms in front of you, round your back, and then extend them out to the sides. Round and out. Good. Can you breathe a little bit deeper? Lift your arms a little bit higher. And now I'm not using weights. This is a no equipment class, but we're going to do 2 more rounds of this gravity arm toning. And you could definitely use weights. If you have a couple 2, 5, 10, or 7-pound weights, something in that range, they would be perfect to use with all this. Good, 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lift your arms back up high to the sky. See if you can come down to a seated position without using your arms. If you need to, that is a-okay. You're going to keep your arms lifted. Don't bend at the elbows. And you're going to flop your wrists forward and back. So now your wrists are just going like a floppy wave, like you're trying to wave, but you've lost all motor control in your wrist and your hand. The elbows are going to stay straight. You're just flopping the wrists. I learned this one from my brother maybe like 15 years ago. He was like, try this out. Try to do it for 5 minutes. I was like, that's easy. If you think it's easy, set a timer for 5 minutes and let me know how that goes. Shoulders drop down even as the chest lifts. Is anyone's arms feeling it yet? I'm just giving you reasons to get your arms down and message me. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arms back down. Woo! We're going to go back to those wrists. Come into your tabletop position. We're starting with the wrist push-ups. So heels of the hands lifting and dropping. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Form your fists. We've got the jug pose forward, alternating left or right, or doing two at the same time. Six more. Coming to flat palms, coming up onto fingertips, alternating again. So lifting all the way up, feeling this side-to-side movement in the shoulders to go from flat palm up to fingertips. Trying to hold the hips still, keep the core lifted and engaged. And as one hand lifts, the other pushes down into the floor strongly. Good. 6 more. Return to fists. And this is the drop out to the side, bringing the back of the hand flat. So alternating or both at the same time. Six more. Awesome. Okay, get off the wrist and we'll come back to seated. Bring our arms out to the side, flex the hands, take some circles with those arms. Really kick through the heel of the hand, press down through the sits bones, reach tall through the crown of the head. Feel these movements coming from your shoulder blades, from your upper back, from your chest, from the space underneath your armpits. That full 360 girdle of your upper back, your upper chest, responsible for how your arms are moving right now. Get those circles a little bit bigger this round. Nice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms up overhead. Arms are staying straight. Wrists are staying straight. We're just pushing forward and back. Yep, this is that dance one. Whoop, get the torso going. Little hip thrust. Nice. Shoulders stay wide and down. Imagine like you're moving your arms through honey, right? There's resistance. You're giving yourself self-resistance in a healthy way. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on our way up to standing. You're going to bring your arms back behind you and push backwards. Again, trying to resist the return. Should feel your triceps lighting up as you extend your arms backwards, engaging the muscles of the upper back. Ribs staying drawn in, front ribs. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. come back down. Oh wait, stay up. And bring your arms out to the sides again, and we're going to do this forward and back. As you reach back, let your elbows lead. And as you reach forward, let your fingertips lead. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll come back down. Arms are going to lift back up. And this is the one where you flop at the wrists. Arms stay straight. You're not really moving the arms. It's just a flopping of the hands. You feel good? You got one more set of this in? Because we're about to go back to those wrist push-ups and do our last set before we move on to some body weight strength. Woohoo! That's what I heard through the ether. Woohoo! Okay, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your arms down. Woo, they fall fast with that gravity. Come back to tabletop. We'll start with the wrist push-ups. Heels and hands lifting, alternating or together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come into fists. Do those pour forwards, alternating or same time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on to palms, alternating, going to fingertips from flat palm. 10 times total. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to fists, and now we've got opening to the back palm, alternating together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Have a seat. We got our last gravity arm workout. Arms come to the side. Take some circles. Flex your palms, drawing the fingers back. And again, go a little bit slower this round and a little bit bigger with the circles. If you want, you can do fast and smaller circles and see how that changes it. Okay, so we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms up, and then arms go forward and back, forward and back. Moving from the shoulder blades. Again, the shoulder blades are going to start the movement. The arms are going to follow it. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, come all the way up to standing. We're going to push those arms back behind you. Push. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go out to the side, forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going to come back down to seated. Arms go back up. And this time it's the floppy wrists, forward and back. Doing all right? Right. 10, 9, count with me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your arms drop down. Ooh, that should be a good feeling. Okay, we're going to move on. So, using our body weight for strength now. Everything I showed today, I'm going to do with a knees down position when we're in plank. I'm healing a shoulder injury. I encourage you to do the same if anything feels strenuous on your shoulders. But no, you can always do anything in plank with your knees lifted as well for more challenge. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is come into a push-up shape or a plank shape. Knees lifted or dropped. You're going to lower all the way onto your belly, controlled, heart reaching forward. Reach your arms out to the side, hover them a few inches. Bring them back down, tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, and in one piece, lift your chest and hips at the same time to come back up. It's really important that the hips and chest lift at the same time. So use your knees if you need to make that happen. Heart forward, lower down. Slowly, arms go out. Bring them in. Same piece, lift up. Good, we've got 8 more. That was 7. 6. 5, halfway there. 4. Chest reaching forward, back and the neck long. Support yourself with your breath. And this is 3. Here's 2. And last one. Push all the way up. Good, lower all the way down. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Reach your legs back. Get your hair out of the way. You're going to reach your arms forward. Imagine they're pulling onto something. Lift your heart and pull those elbows behind you. Good, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands under shoulders. Tuck tailbone in one piece. Squeeze elbows in. Lift up. Wonderful. Bring your hips down, facing the side, so kind of like a little mermaid or merman sit. You're going to bring your left arm in front of you and lift your hips up. So I'm kind of mirroring you. So if you're confused, we got the hips up, we're in a side plank. We got the left hand down in front of us. Then you're going to come up onto right fingertips. And that might be where you stay. Or you can reach the right arm forward and back, pulling. Now this left arm, make sure it's right underneath your shoulder. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. We're going to switch sides. Okay, come into that side plank sit. Lift the hips up and then switch. The right hand's going to go down in front of you so your belly's turned a little bit. And you're going to walk the left hand away from you. Come up onto fingertips. And you might stay there or take your left arm, reach it forward, and do those 10 grabs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop that down. Whew, those should feel intense. You're going to come back into a tabletop position. We're going to do some classic push-ups with wide hands and going elbows out to the side this time. So knees down or up, hands go super wide. I even like to turn the hands out a little bit. And then shift your heart forward. And we're going to do 10. Go only as low as you need to or want to feel a strengthening. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let the shoulder blades initiate the movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to center. Take a breath in and out. We're going to come into downward facing dog. Hands underneath shoulders. Lift the hips up and back. Turn your fingers inward towards one another. Put a slight bend in your knees. You're going to bend your elbows out to the sides, lowering your head kind of between thumbs and first finger, and then push back up. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Bring your forearms to the ground. Interlace your fingers, making a fist. And then lift your hips back up towards the sky, coming into what we call Dolphin Pose in a yoga practice. Bend your knees slightly. Reach your heart forwards through your elbows. Now push the floor away. Reach the chest forward. Broaden your shoulder blades apart. Hollow the lower belly. Lift your hips like the peak of a tent. Good. And now the strength is really coming from that pushing the forearms down into the floor. You can always walk your feet closer to bring more weight into your arms. Push, push, push for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees back down. Walk the knees out and lie back down onto your belly. Interlace your hands at the back of your head. Make sure it's your head, not your neck. Wiggle out your legs and stretch them way back behind you. Inhale, lift up the head, the chest, and the arms. Twist to your left. Hello. Back to center. Twist to your right. Back to center. Good. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Elbows stay wide. Legs stay down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Press up to a tabletop position. You're going to take your arms super wide out to the sides. Again, you can always do these in plank with knees up versus knees down. So hands come out. We're going to turn the fingers outward. You're going to walk your knees back a little or a lot, your choice. You're going to bend into your left elbow. Keep the right arm straight. Go as low towards the ground as you want here, and then push back to center. Bend the right elbow. Go low. Push back to center. Good. That was 9. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the knees back in. Okay, we're going to go back to those first push-ups where you lie all the way down, then the arms go out to the sides. So fingers, wrists under shoulders, elbows squeeze in for these ones. Knees lifted or dropped, heart forward, lower to your belly, arms out. And up, hips and chest at the same time. That was 1. 2, 3. Go for more good form than quantity. It's all right if you do less. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Those are good ones. Lay down on your belly. Stretch your arms all the way out. Okay, palms face one another. We've got those pull backs, chest lifted. 10 times. Here we go. Heart up. 10, 9, 8. Tuck your tailbone. 7. Lift the belly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Press up. We're going into those weird side plank things. You're going to sit on one hip. Go ahead, sit on your right hip. Bring your left arm across and lift the hips. And then walk the right arm further away from you. And again, you can just hold or take that right arm forward and do 10 back. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Swing your legs around. Trying to keep shoulders away from ears, so you shouldn't be feeling any neck tension. Neck tension is not a good sign. Okay, hips lift. Stay or do those arm grabs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop the hips down. We're going to come back into tabletop and do some good old-fashioned push-ups with wide arms and elbows pointing out to the sides. Okay, knees lifted or knees dropped. Here we go, chest forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, sit back for a moment. Find your breath. Okay, we're going to come on to palms in that dolphin-like pose. Down dog-like pose. Fingers turning inward. Taking the push-ups here, elbows bent out to the sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop knees to lower onto your forearms. And release your fingers, making a fist. And we'll lift the hips up to the sky, coming into dolphin pose. Walk the feet as close as you'd like. It's okay if knees bend. Most importantly, think of a long spine, a heart reaching forward, and the armpits hugging towards your hips. You can push the pinky fingers down into the ground just as much as you're pushing the elbows into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. If you feel any tension building in your neck, always take the time to kind of stop and do some head rolls or even do a few shoulder rolls just to relieve some of that tension. We're going to come back to hands and knees. This time we're taking those really wide arms and fingers turning outward. We're going side to side. Bend one way, keep the other arm straight, return to center. Okay, that was 2. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Notice how your arms are feeling, where you're feeling this in your arms. We've got one more set of that whole thing to go through. You've got this. Rest as you need to. If you notice you're complaining about something, then that's a sign to take a rest. Okay, first thing we've got are those lie downs. Arms reach out to the side. Knees lifted or dropped. Elbows squeeze in. Chest reaches forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way back down. Reach the arms forward. Stretch the legs back. 10 pullbacks. Pubic bone pushes into the floor. Here we go. 10, 9. Really squeeze the upper back muscles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We didn't do this on the last round, so we're going to do it here. Go ahead and interlace your hands at your head, the back of your head. Elbows go out wide to the sides. Stretch through your inner ankles and inhale to lift up. And twist to the left and to the right. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those ones are my nemesis. Right, press all the way back up. Get off your arms for a second. Take a shoulder roll if you need it. A head roll if you need it. Okay, and come to one hip. Going into that weird side plank thing. Drop an arm. We'll lift the hips. We'll walk your other arm away from you, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, armpits down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it, swing the legs around. Same thing, other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Coming into some good old-fashioned push-ups. Knees lifted or dropped. Arms wide. Elbows point out to the sides. Heart reaches forward. Here we go. 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come on to your palms in that down dog. Fingers turning in. You're going to be bending the elbows. Head coming, crown of the head coming between first finger and thumb. 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Come onto your forearms. We'll come into Dolphin Pose. Lift the hips up. Push the floor away. Push the pinky fingers down. Hug the ribs in, even as you lengthen the spine. So the ribs hugging in doesn't mean you have to round the back. The ribs can hug in and the chest can still reach forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Coming into those side to sides, the wide fingers, and the hands are going to turn out. Wide fingers and wide palms. Okay, knees lifted or dropped, side to side, 10 times. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Draw your knees back in. Go ahead and just take some big arm movements. Stretch out the shoulders a little bit. Take a side bend up and over. And the other way. Good. Interlace your hands behind your back. Stretch your knuckles away from you, lifting your heart, broadening your chest. Let your ear drop over to one side. Then return it back to center. Let it drop up and over the other way. And release your arms. Good, and we're gonna get a little bit more now into the core. We did a little bit of core so far. We're gonna finish up with just about 10 more minutes of core and then stretch it all out. Okay, so coming onto your back, because that's where we're starting this core. Actually, how do I wanna face you? Let's go this way. Okay, so on your back, spine long, stretch your legs up, knees above hips, feet as high as knees, hands reach to the sky, palms face one another. Okay, take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Again, through the nose, breathe in. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. This time you're going to curl up, bowing through the upper chest, lifting the torso and the arms. Squeeze your legs together. Holding here. Drop the belly down towards your lower back. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Bow up a little bit higher. 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Lower the belly. 6, 5, 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lie down. Stretch your legs out. Reach your arms up and overhead. Take your hands to your belly and just give it a little jiggle, a little wiggle, a little shake, just to release any tension that might be built up there. And those muscles can get tight too. Okay, arms are going to reach to the sky. Imagine you're holding a giant beach ball in your arms, and it's very fragile. You don't want to pop it. So you've got your arms kind of in this bent, delicate gesture. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, curl up just the upper body. I really only want you to feel this in your upper abs. So you can even bring your hand down for a second, just kind of like on the ribs, just below the chest. And then return your arms. We're going to circle towards the left, coming onto the left shoulder blade. Reach the arms overhead, still curled up. Reach over to the right, rolling onto the right shoulder blade. And then reach your arms down towards your feet. We're going to keep these circles going. Good. That was 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Now reverse direction. 6, 5, 4, 3. Make sure you're breathing. 2, and 1. Lower the arms and the torso back down. Breathe in and out. Whew, it's so warm and relaxing out here. All right, we got just a little bit more to do. Stretch your arms up towards the sky. You're going to roll all the way up to seated. And all the way back down. All the way up to seated. Good, that was 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And last one. 8. Good, drop it back down. This time bend your knees, bring the feet to the floor. Point the knees to the ceiling. Feet are going to be flat. We're going to go for a little bit of a side bend crunch, getting into some of those oblique muscles. Bring your arms along your sides. Fingers reaching towards your heels. Inhale. Exhale, curl up just the upper body. And then engage the right side muscles to tap your right ankle with your fingertips. Really squeeze the right side body. Return back to center. Now squeeze the left. And that squeeze is what reaches your fingers towards your heel. It's not reaching with the shoulder. It's an engagement in the side of the body. Turn back to center. Squeeze right, center, left, center, right, left. Good. Tailbone stays relaxed on the floor. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it back down. Take a big breath in and out. Roll over onto your belly. Good. And come up on your forearms. We're going to stretch the heart open. Take your feet a little bit wider, take your hands a little bit wider, and lift up into a cobra. Really important that the pubic bone presses down here, and you're stretching out through your inner thighs and your inner ankles. Heart reaches forward, ribs draw up and in, shoulders melt. Shouldn't feel any pain or tension in your lower back. If you do, that is a sign to lower your torso. And then release all the way back down. We'll take a quick pec stretch. Bring your right, let's do left first. Bring your left arm out to the side like a goalpost. Bring your left ear onto the mat. Roll up and over to your left side. Right leg can kick up and back behind you. You can also have it bent in front of you, kind of like a frog leg in front of your chest. And roll back onto your belly. Go ahead and switch sides. Notice where your thoughts have gone. Roll back onto your belly and come back up onto your elbows. Let's see. Okay, come back up onto your elbows, forearms down. Bring your left leg out to the side like a frog leg. And then take your right arm underneath your left armpit, coming onto the back of that right arm. Lie down on your right shoulder, your right ear, and take your left arm up and back behind you. Keep active in the left arm so you're not just letting it flop. And you should feel sensation in your mid back. If this feels uncomfortable in your left arm at all, you can just bend at the elbow and bring it to your hip or your side. Keep that left knee, the knee that's in the frog leg, down on the floor. Breathe deeply into your back. Your inhales are going to really stretch open all that strengthening we did in your back. And roll back onto your belly, mindfully, slowly. And we'll go into the other side. So up onto elbows, right leg comes into the frog leg, left arm threads under, left head, left cheek falls to the mat, and then the right arm reaches up and over. Again, stay active in the right muscles. If you need to make a fist and flex, you can. Or you can drop the left arm back to the floor or rest on your hip, whatever feels more supportive. Breathe into the back. Take another big breath. And roll back onto your belly. Push back into a child's pose. Resting your forehead on the ground. Great for the lower back and a little bit of a stretch for the pecs and for the lats. And if you'd like, you can even bend at your elbows, reaching your fingers towards the sky and pressing your palms together. Then actively push your elbows down into the floor, still keeping hips heavy on heels. So elbows push down and palms push together. Shoulders draw away from ears. Go ahead and rise up to a seated position. We'll take one last stretch. Reach your left arm to the sky, drop it up and back behind you, reaching towards your shoulder. The right arm will come across and grab that left elbow. You can stay there, or if accessible, reach instead back behind and clasp your hands together. If your hands are clasped, literally try to pull them apart from one another. This warm sun is so relaxing out here. Okay, we'll switch sides. Right arm's going to reach up and over, grabbing the elbow. And again, maybe clasping hands. back of the neck staying long. And release your arms. Right. I recommend taking a little rest, lay down, maybe do some breathing exercises or just take a little meditation. I'm going to sign off now so you can take whatever last finishing poses you need. Thank you so much for joining me in this core upper body workout today. Definitely comment. Let me know how your body is feeling. Hopefully it feels strengthened without feeling tore up. You never want to be working on a muscle, trying to tear it away from the bone just to bulk it up or get stronger. We want to build strength that is supportive for our joints and strength that's supportive for our body. And it's really important to do that safely. So hope you enjoyed class. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Definitely comment. Ciao.